Good morning. I just woke up for the third time today. First time I woke up was when my husband's alarm went off at 4:45 and he hit snooze several times. That was fun. Second time was when the kids slammed the door when they were leaving for school. I used to see them because I was in the living room. I would see them before they were leaving for school, and I would say bye to them every morning. That was before I went on leave from work. I would say bye to them, and of course I would get a very grumpy response if I got a response to them at all. I always have a crick in my neck when I wake up in the morning, which is always really fun. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure that out. I do. I don't know if it's high sleep or what. It's a little bit after 10. So, get up and get my day started. It's a lovely, flattering camera angle. Having like a Cameron from Ferris Bueller's moment here. It's lovely. So I'll get up and start my day. So here we are in my kitchen, and the next step in my lovely day is getting my morning coffee ready. And we're about to hear one of my favorite sounds if my Keurig decides to work correctly. This thing's been messing up on me lately. I don't know what its problem is. But wait for it. There we go. Oh, love this sound. This is my friend, my Keurig. Pardon my messy kitchen. Oh, sweet Keurig. Make my coffee. Oh, I love my Keurig. Yes. It makes the coffee, makes everything right. Coffee is life. See what my shirt says. Coffee solves everything. I wish that was true. Coffee solves everything. That'd be nice. Coffee truly did solve everything. That if you had issues going on in this world, that you could just, grab a cup of coffee and see what fridge lighting does for us. We do not want to film ourselves by fridge lighting very often. But if coffee did solve everything, you ever have a problem in this world? Oh, let's just get some coffee. Remember how the Golden Girls, well, I don't know how many of you guys remember the Golden Girls, but how they, whenever they had an issue, they would just get a cheesecake out and everything would be fine. Now, I can relate to the cheesecake part. Cheesecake is a bomb, man. I don't know if I have an issue, if I could just get myself a piece of cheesecake, sit down with a cup of coffee. I know, I feel better. Cheesecake fixes everything, right? I'm all for the cheesecake. So, maybe they were onto something. Maybe that's what I need to do. I mean, I would weigh like 300, 400 pounds, but hey, cheesecake, cup of coffee, all my problems solved. I would need a whole new wardrobe. Maybe that's why. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. But, so yeah, fix my coffee, rinse my little spoon off, and then go about some of my business of the morning. And what I do at that point is I'm just kind of checking all my social media, all that kind of stuff. So I'll get back to you guys after I get all that stuff done. Yeah. So that would be the first part of my morning is I get the lovely cup of coffee. Today's cup says, I am not responsible for what my face does when you talk. So, yes. And I would get the first sip, but it's normally pretty hot. Let's see. Sweet nectar of the gods. Coffee. It does solve everything. Well, here we are. It's now about 11:20. View hasn't changed much from when I was in the bed, except for now I'm laying on the couch. And I'm on a heating pad because the crick in the neck. This is what I do. And I have my dogs laying here with me. One's on my lap. See here. This is Oscar. Say hi, Oscar. Little Chihuahua. So he's, yeah, I know these angles are horrible. And then over here, we have Gosh. He just wants to lick me and roll over. Yeah. Gosh. Hi, Gosh. And then down there, sleeping, curled up. I don't know if you can see him. You're down there. I don't know. I can't see the camera anymore. And Choco. He's just being a lump. He's like a potato with legs. He's like a Chihuahua mix. I don't know. But we're being boring. Yes, I know there's a box down there, back there. We moved into this house in the very end of August. Still working on unpacking boxes. Oh, Gus wants to be in the shot. Hi, Gussie. Oh, kisses. Yes. He likes to give hugs. And then once he's been invited, he wants to just snuggle. He's sweet. No, I know, baby. He's a Corgi Aussie mix. He looks like a Corgi on stilts, but he's a sweetheart. But, so yeah, so we're going to try to work out this little kink in my neck. I'm also going to go for coffee round 2 because I don't seem to wake up until about, cup of coffee round 3 or 4. Let's see if maybe I can make something productive happen of this day. So, yeah, I'll check back in a little bit and we'll see if I've progressed any more from this spot on the couch. maybe not. My homework this week from counseling was self-care. That's Gus's noises. Dogs are great, guys. Dogs are the best. Tell you what. Although I did walk out of my bedroom this morning and there was a pile of dog poop sitting on the floor that I had to clean up. But so sometimes I'm not the best, but yeah, they love you. They love on you. So yeah. Okay. Going for coffee cup number 2. I won't make that cup for you guys since you guys already got to see my love for my Keurig machine. So, yeah. Okay. Check back in a little bit. So if I haven't mentioned, I'm doing all my recording today on my iPhone camera just because it's more easily portable to go around my house and do some of the filming that I'm going to do today. So far, I'm going to consider this productive. It's 12:40 at this point. I've made some phone calls today. It's a Monday, and for me to actually get up and have a couple of cups of coffee and I'm just stumbling words today. Make some phone calls. that's something. I made some calls on my long-term disability insurance, which still hasn't kicked in yet. The claims have been filed, and it still hasn't. It's still sitting and processing, and nothing's happened with that yet. So I've called, and they're going to put a rush on that. I've talked before about how I have epilepsy, and I have migraines related to that. And so they started me on a new injectable for that, and the insurance, of course, doesn't want to cover that. And so there's one that the insurance will cover, and so I could just send a message to my doctor's office for that. So yeah, that's an exciting day. My dog has taken over my blanket, so of course he's a little chihuahua, so he just gets cold down there. So yeah, so moved to a different spot on the couch, so I'm not too far because there's the heating pad. But so yeah, this is the day in my life. This is as far as I've gotten. I've about finished the second cup of coffee. Yeah. Welcome to a day in my life. This is so exciting, isn't it? Aren't you glad to be a part of it? I honestly wish I had the effort or the energy in me to put more effort out, but I don't. And it's takes everything I have just to make the few phone calls that I've made. It's so mentally taxing just to do the few things that I've done. And when you're dealing with the anxiety and those kinds of things to make the phone calls and try to do those things, it's you're reaching out to talk to a stranger on the phone about something that is, something you don't even know about, like a disability claim and something like that. And granted, the guy that I talked to was really nice. And, do you have any other questions? Well, of course I have questions. I have a ton of questions, but I don't even know how to try to ask those questions, what they are, how to go about that. So, no, I'm not going to ask them because, no, I don't. But I should ask because I have to be my advocate and I have to be my biggest advocate. But I don't know. It's hard to describe. So I'm going to go back to curled up on my couch, on my heating pad, and doing what I do. And that's just kind of where I'm going to be today. And I don't know, that's just kind of life. So here we are. And so it is now about 2 o'clock. Here we are, still laying on the couch, on the heating pad. It's calm before the storm, before the kids get home. 4 teenagers under one roof. Granted, they all won't get home at the same time, but it's still chaotic once they do. And I'm being lazy, watching Netflix. The dogs have not moved. There's Oscar still over there on the couch, laying under my blanket. Where is he? Can you see him? Yes. And yeah. So this is my exciting life, trying to deal with everything I have to deal with that I have no energy to deal with and cope with. I need to go take a shower, but I have absolutely no drive and oomph to go do that. Yeah. So exciting day in the life of me. We've made it to 2 p.m. Woohoo! Yeah. So, So we'll check back in a little bit, see what exciting things have happened if I've moved off the couch. And, There we are. Fun. Yay. So yeah. I don't know. Any guesses? If I'll be off the couch on the next update? What's your guess? Make a prediction now. Alright, well, it is almost 5 o'clock. And as you can see, I am still on the couch, laying on my heating pad. And Oscar has moved now onto my lap instead of laying further down on the couch. Because, well, this is what we do. I have moved off of Netflix and am now watching, let's see if I can turn it and you can see, maybe it'll show up. I'm watching Ryland's new video that just posted onto, oh, there's my hand, that just posted onto YouTube, and where he's talking about Vlogmas. And that's the extent of my exciting part of where I'm at now. So yeah, that's my busy evening, or beginning to my evening. Husband's home. So, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi, yeah, so yeah, that's where we are at this point. Say hi, Oscar. Oscar, say hi. Yeah. Yeah, busy day. I say busy day. I mean, it's, like I said earlier, it's just finding motivation to just get going. Like I say, the counselor talked about self-care and just getting motivated to find that time. I have all the time in the world, but it's doing something. My neck's not hurting anymore, so that's good. So yeah, I'll check back in. So if you predicted earlier that I would still be laying on the couch, you were right. If you thought maybe I would be doing something different, you were wrong. So yeah, I'll check back in later with my day in my life. Well, it is now about 7:40 in the evening. My husband just walked out the door to go pick up some Taco Bell for dinner. So I'm excited for some Mexican food. Actually, I'm more excited about the little Cinnabon mini things that they have. If you have not tried those are absolutely delectable little treats, because they're like these little puffy treat fried doughy goodness things, and it's like got the Cinnabon frosting in the middle of it, and you bite into it and it just oozes with stuff. And so, and my dogs are barking like crazy because he walked out the door. I've got one of my dogs right next to me. This is my Taco. See, he's so cute. He gives kisses. So one of the things I just realized, I had not looked at my memories on my Facebook, and came across that, and I knew that this anniversary date was coming, but just did not realize that today was the day. 8 years ago today is the day that one of my best friends took her own life. And with the depression that I'm facing, that is something that I have remembered and I have always held on to, as remembering what it was like to be a survivor of her suicide. And knowing that no matter, you can hear my dogs fighting with each other in the background, that no matter how bad things get for me, that was never ever going to become an option for me. And that I would always make sure that I would reach out for help before I would get to that point. And I remember, and I've always said that out of respect for her and her family, that I would never discuss the details of everything, but of some of the specifics surrounding things with her. But I was there when she was found. But I would never want to put someone through what I went through in losing her. And she's not the first person that was close to me that I lost to suicide. And so just to have that come up and have this anniversary come up is just a reminder to me that I want to get better. I want to have healing come up in my life. I want to have there be healing. I want to continue to get better. I know I'm in a better place now than I was when I went on leave from work. I'm not near where I need to be, but I am healing. I am getting better. I am reaching out for that help. I'm getting that help that I need. Losing her broke my heart, and I never saw the signs. I knew that she was hurting a lot, but I never saw the signs that she was in that dark of a place. And it hurt my heart that I never saw that, and she was one of my best friends. So that's something that I just actually had popped up and seen that right before I flipped on my camera for this. So just something that I wanted to go ahead and mention, and I have put the suicide prevention hotline number up before. I don't have it right in front of me right now to share, but if you go back and look at one of my videos, I do share that number, and I'll find it again to share in this video later on. But it's just, I know that that's something I don't want to ever leave behind survivors. And so I'm definitely a big advocate for the Semicolon Project because of my friend. And I know that I will always make sure that I don't ever get to that point, because I don't want to ever have that moment for anyone else. So I have hit the point in the day where I have switched to decaf coffee. I am always drinking coffee, guys. That is just a staple in my diet. That's going to be something that's always going on for me, is coffee. So if you're watching my videos, always have coffee. Definitely be checking back in with you guys later. There's going to be some Taco Bell going into this mouth here in just a little bit. So I'll be checking back in just in a second so we can talk about more about the day in my life. So check back in a little bit. Hello, I am back. Okay, yas, I just had my Taco Bell, and let me tell you what, it was everything. I don't cuss on my channel, or I would have had something else to say besides yas. So here's my Dr. Pepper, and that's not going to help my insomnia at all to have just had Dr. Pepper. Big one, yummy, it's as big as my head. And I had my little Cinnabon Delights, or whatever they're called, little fluffy cloud of yumminess coated in cinnamon and sugar with the Cinnabon yumminess all on the inside. So I did a little bit of my self-care that I'm supposed to do, and I tweezed my brows. So a little redness going on up there, if you can see that. Hopefully they're wonderfully shaped. They look pretty even to me. I think they're good. So it is now about 9:42. We just got done catching up on a little bit of Ghost Adventures. I love everything paranormal, so we just watched some Ghost Adventures, watched the one about the Ted Bundy ritual house. I think they over dramatize about everything on that show, but they do get some hard evidence, but it's so great to watch them. And then this blah blah blah, you know, it's great. So lots of fun watching that, and chowing down on our Taco Bell. So yeah, just kind of mixed emotions today about a lot of things, ups and downs. So that's where we're at now. Gonna watch a little more TV, do some editing, probably work on my thumbnail for this video. And then, yeah. At some point, I'll probably think about trying to take a shower. The whole cognitive behavior thing is about the whole fact that I need to take a shower. I know I need to take a shower. I need to not think about taking a shower, and I need to go in there and just take a shower. And if I think too much about it, I won't do it, because I'm going to be thinking about how much effort and work it is to go in there and take a shower. I need to just go take a shower because it'll feel good to take a shower. But I'm going to think too much about it, and I won't do it. That is my life. Okay. See you on the next check-in. Okay, so it is just after 11, and I'm back in the corner of my couch with my heating pad. And this is the time of day where me living with depression gets really real, and how it affects my daily life, because everybody else in my house has gone to their corners of the world and is getting ready for bed. I know some of the kids will stay up a little bit longer because that's just what they do, wrapping up their nights. My husband is in bed, and he will fall fast asleep. In fact, he was on the couch asleep before he went into bed. And this is where I am kind of in here doing my own thing. I've still got my little Oscar with me. He's giving himself a little bath, which is so fun for me to watch him do. But here I am, and I am in the living room. Let me turn this around and let you guys see if you can see the screen. I'm watching a Shane video. So I will sit here and I will stay up till, I don't know, probably 3, 4 in the morning, if not all night long, with my thoughts, just watching Shane videos, Jeffrey videos. Those are my favorites. Watching makeup tutorials, things like that. Just doing whatever it is that I can do to keep myself busy, to keep from getting drowned in my own thoughts in my head. Just because I don't want to get caught up in the silence of the night. Keep myself busy, because if I try to go lay down, I won't sleep. I just can't. It just doesn't happen for me. I just don't sleep. I don't sleep. I'm constant insomnia. I used to have medication that would help me with that when I got my pacemaker that had to stop. So this is what I do. YouTube is my thing. So that's why I decided to create a YouTube channel. I thought if I'm watching a lot of YouTube, may as well go ahead and have a channel. So this is what I do. So that's love watching Shane Dawson. I just think he's hilarious, absolutely hilarious. These are been watching the old life hack videos. They are awesome. Shout out. Those are hilarious. Would probably never try most of these, but thank you, Shane, for doing those so that the viewers know not to do them. So this is what I'm doing right now, is watching old videos and finding different stuff. I'll also watch some Lois Lane. That's another one that I like. Eleanor Neely, true crime. I'll watch some other videos like that where I can get lost in listening to paranormal stories and things like that, true crime stories, things, other stuff like that. So, yeah, if I find something else that gets real intriguing, I will post some of those. But just so you know, that's what I'm doing right now. So, yeah. All right, so it is now 1 o'clock, and I am still up watching, I don't know if you can see it, Shane Life Hacks. We are at 9 at this point. I've already watched, like, I don't know, the later ones, but the dogs have beckoned to be let outside. So that is what I must do as a good dog mom. So you can hear them, they're like, let me out, let me out. You can see them down there. They're like, yes, we want to go outside. And so we're letting them out. Oh, they ran. So, this is what I do at night because, well, that's what I do. And the dogs have kind of gotten dependent on that. And so if I ever get back to a normal nighttime sleep pattern, who knows? So Shane's about to put a cake into a waffle maker, which will be great. I was rolling a while ago, but I have to laugh quietly as I watch the videos because I don't want to wake anybody up, so I have to watch the videos quietly. But it's just hard because I would like to have a normal sleep pattern and, sleep when the rest of the house sleeps, but I just don't. I've had trouble sleeping ever since middle school. When I was in middle school, I haven't had a normal sleep pattern. I wish that I did, and I can't really say that it's related to the depression that I have sleep patterns that are off, because I've always had issues with sleep patterns ever since watching. I guess the first time I noticed that I had issues with sleep was watching the first time around Elm Street when I went to a friend's sleepover in middle school. Scared the crap out of me, and I started having sleep problems ever since then. I don't recall having sleep issues before then, but that movie messed with me bad, and I just knew that Freddy Krueger was going to come and get me ever since then. And so that just, once I got over that, I don't remember having, I think once I got over that, I don't recall having sleep problems until adulthood. I don't know if I ever resumed a normal sleep pattern after that, but I would stay up all night long and wait till my dad got up in the morning, and then I would sleep for an hour. It was weird. It was a messed up time in my life. I think that even starting way back then, I had the propensity to have anxiety issues. So kind of just interesting history there. So yeah, a little backstory on me there. So I'm gonna go back to my life hacks because I can't wait to see this cake get cooked in this waffle iron, because we have a waffle iron and we try to cook various things in it, and we did a total fail when we tried to cook brownies in ours. So I can't wait to see Shane's version of this. So I'm excited on that. Little things to be excited about. Well, it is now about 2:45, and I guess I'm gonna try to go to sleep, at least lay down and take meds when I go to bed. That's when I take the majority of my medications that go along with my epilepsy and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd let you join me in that journey, which is a lot of fun because it's kind of like a handful of meds. One of them I can't take with the other ones because I gag on it. So that'll be fun for you to get to enjoy this little experience with me. So enjoy that. Why don't you pop all of them in there at the same time? Except for the one that I gag on. And those are to help me not have seizures and not have migraines. So that's what life looks like for somebody that has epilepsy and migraines and deals with depression and anxiety. You sometimes have to have medication dependency for those things. And I'm okay with that, because if it helps me to be able to not have seizures and not have migraines on a daily basis, I'm completely fine with that. And as I've talked about in previous videos, my mom always said to me that, you know, they didn't make that medication just for me. So I'm fine with that. What's hard for me in these late night hours is my anxiety does ramp up. It's hard for me to go to sleep. It's just is harder at night. The house is quiet. My brain gets to going. I told you guys before, I reversed my night and days, and I don't know why. It doesn't matter if I'm up all day long. I'm still wide awake all night long. I just am. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna make an effort to lay down, put my jammies on, and curl up in the bed next to hubby and try to get some sleep. If I can't fall asleep, I'll grab my camera and talk to you guys a little bit. So hopefully this is good night, and I will say good morning and complete our 24 hours with me. Okay, so hopefully it's see you in the morning and not see you in a little bit. Okay, good night. All right, so this is what happens when I try to go to bed. I am sitting here pondering all the things that I didn't do today or didn't get done today, that it's not like I have things I have to get done, except for try to figure out how to function in society as a normal person, which what's normal anyways? There's really like no defining definition of what's normal. I'm not it. Who is, really? And I just need to figure out how to function in society and be able to get back to work, which I'm not supposed to be focused on. I'm supposed to just focus on every day and just existing from day to day right now. But it still seems like there's so many things going on inside my head, and just what to do from point, I don't know, it just all, this is the time of night where it all just gets jumbled and jumbled and jumbled. And so it's like, how does that all function in my head? And so I just can't lay down and just let it all go. And so that's why I don't lay down, is so that I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to deal with all of this jumbled mess that's inside my head. And so that's when it gets frustrating, is that I don't want to have to deal with that. So I lay there and I watch TV in the other room so that I don't have to have all that confusion or whatever it is that goes on inside my head. I don't know how else to describe it besides this like cluster of a mess that's going on inside there. And so and then when I do try to lay down, it all comes flooding in. And so it's like, you know, you take the deep breaths, you try to just let it go, you try to think, okay, categorize it, put it in a container, whatever it is that I need to do to not have that all happen, and to be able to just get some solid rest. But I don't feel like I ever get that solid rest that I need. And even when I do finally fall asleep, you know, the alarms go off for other people even after just a couple hours of sleep. I don't feel like I get the solid sleep that I need. So it's hard and it's frustrating, and I really need to try to get back on a regular sleep pattern, and I don't know how. So I'm gonna try again to lay down. At least in my jammies this time. So, all right. Good night again. It is now 1 p.m. the next day. My dogs are barking because the doorbell just rang. I got a good night's sleep, I guess. So, thank you for spending the day with me. And I hope you got to see what it's like to spend the day in the shoes of someone that lives with depression and anxiety. I didn't have any major events occur, but this is what it's like. So I have lots of love for all of you, and I'm not awake yet. Obviously, I need my coffee, but I would love to see you hit the like and the subscribe down below, and encourage me to wake up. Thanks for sticking with me through the last 24 hours. A little more than 24 hours at this point, since it's now afternoon. Wow. Oh, I slept in and I needed that. I love you all.